The STIHL TIMBERSPORTS Team World Championship is into the sudden death round of 16, and the time has come for the Chopperoos to take to the stage.
Yeah, I think the Chopperoos this year, our biggest focus is just doing everything right. I think we've got a quick team. We've got some experience there now. Everyone knows what they're doing, so it's just a matter of us going through mistake-free. When you're on that big stage, there's a lot of pressure. There's a big atmosphere, and it's quite easy to make small mistakes here or there. So it's very important that we just focus on our own job, and I think we'll win it. But those mistakes could certainly cost us.
With the New Zealand team setting a lightning-fast time in both the time trial and the round of 16, team captain Delosa took a tactical approach to their first knockout matchup. The decision was made to change the team lineup against Belgium to preserve his energy on the single buck, adding reserve Mitch Argent to the team. Will the risk pay off?
One last heat to go here, and it is going to be the reigning champions, Australia, against Belgium. Belgium got to be shaking in their boots, going up against a very, very strong team. Going up against the world record holder in the team competition, it's going to be a difficult task. But sometimes they say when you're playing against a team that is better than you, you play up, and anything can happen. So let's see how this breaks down between these two teams. Last minute preparations, and of course the Chopperoos have their fans in the audience.
3, 2, 1, go!
Lawrence O'Toole, last year's individual world champion, starting off on the stock saw. Robin Cuvelier for Belgium, and now it moves over more or less dead even onto the underhand chop. This is where Team Australia tends to be extremely strong, but Belgium is holding their own. Obviously playing up, they're right there with them, but now the advantage goes to Australia, but not for long there, because we saw a little bit of a stick on that single buck, and that really is hard to start again. But finally the Belgians get going on their single buck. However, Australia has got such a lead, and that cookie drops no problem as they move over to Glenn Gillam for Australia on that standing block with his intensely large axe. Moving over to the other side now, waiting for Belgium to catch up, and all they have to do is just finish off this block within the next 5 seconds or so, which they do, and they've got it in a time of 1:00:27. Belgium working hard, not wanting to give up. Huge slabs coming off of that block there. That's going to make it difficult for those last couple of blows, but they're well back on the time. Belgium will be eliminated here against an incredibly strong Australian team coming in at 1:19:54. So we'll look at the review here really quickly. Look at the concentration by Lawrence O'Toole. There's Braden Meyer just throwing everything he's got into that single buck, doing a fantastic job. And then Glenn Gillam with his huge axe head just powering through this block. One final hit here, and it goes right through that block like butter. Look at that final blow. Beautiful.
We're just builders. We go each round and try and improve on our times all the time, and we're getting a bit of a good feel out there now, so the boys are feeling pretty good for the next round, and we'll just take each one as they come.
In the head-to-head, Australia and New Zealand were the fastest teams in the sudden death round of 16. Both teams finished at the same time in the stock saw, and then it was on to Mitch Argent, who slotted in on the underhand chop for the Chopperoos. Both teams put 8 hits into the front side and turned to the back at the same time. While New Zealand put 8 hits to break through, Argent required 9 hits, giving New Zealand an advantage into the single buck. Braden Meyer had a slight jag when he went to pull the sword back, but quickly recovered. He gained momentum through the cut, but by this time, New Zealand were already onto the standing block. Glenn Gillam on the standing block then put 8 hits in on the front side. At this time, the Chopperoos would have been trailing New Zealand, but conserved their energy against their opponent, Belgium. Gillam only needed 6 on the backside to get through, but New Zealand came away with the faster round of 16 time.